the good communication pattern that we have had, that trust we had built up from childhood, was actually saving both our relationship and maybe even his life, because he was able to trust me when it came to talking about things that were very, very difficult.
Hello and welcome to aCTUALLYaUTISTIC with Mulán Jiang is back here. Today we're talking about autism and communication between a parent and a child. This is one of the main reasons we even started this account, because most of the things that I've heard of, like, parents have either not known what to do, or they have been extremely aggressive, both verbally and physically in some cases. Most of the posts of that kind of stuff have been from autistic people who talk about the repercussions that kind of home life has had on them, where many of them have ended up with pretty bad mental illnesses like depression.
The relationship between the child and the parent is all the parent's responsibility. It's not something that you can put on the child. And I think that a lot of parents get frustrated, especially if they're not well educated about what autism is all about, because the child isn't behaving or reacting the way you're expecting it to be. And that makes you misinterpret what is going on. Many parents get like insinuations from neighbors or other parents or even from professionals that they're not doing a good job. So sometimes it's hard to be a parent to an autistic child because you get questioned a lot, even though maybe you feel for yourself that you know what you're doing, but you have to stand up for yourself and for your child in a way that other parents don't have to.
One of the most important things, I think, when it comes to communication is to make sure you don't shame your child for what they believe in or what they tell you they've experienced. One of the things that's very common is that autistic people to be told that we're overreacting because it's not as bad for neurotypical people. It's extremely common for autistic people to end up getting severely gaslighted without people even realizing that they're gaslighting them, ending up questioning their own sanity and who they are and whether or not their emotions are real. I've heard so many times where someone has said that autism has stolen their child away.
Sometimes parents even say that they got their life stolen from them.
Yeah. When you're not actively looking to get help, it can be a lot harder to cope because you're just bottling everything up and dealing with it yourself until you explode and can't really hold it in anymore. I used to talk to Mom a lot when I was at the boarding school because it was so bad for my mental health. I am pretty sure that the only reason I even made it through was because I kept trying to talk to Mom when I got home.
So what was it with that felt so good or that helped?
It was just the fact that I didn't have to cope with it all by myself.
Did it help to talk to me?
Yeah.
and what was it that made you trust me?
I think it was like I always had a pretty heavy trust in you, but I never really wanted to talk about anything because I thought that I might be like I was scared that I would bring it up at the wrong moment because I don't fully understand like communication all the time. So I was scared that I would bring it up at the wrong moment and then bring down the mood too much and annoy everyone.
How do you want me or another grown-up that you attend to react if you start talking about difficult things?
A lot of the time it's pretty similar to how you would act if someone, like, the most safe way most of the time to act when someone is about to end it, when you should just be quietly listening, letting them talk about their issues, not butting in when you're not supposed to, and not trying to, like, devalue their emotions in any way.
And don't panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
yourself.
panic. Yeah, don't panic. Don't like start getting nervous and telling them very panically that like you didn't know that they were feeling this way or something like that. The first priority shouldn't be you trying to fix their issues. It should be you making them feel listened to, because that's usually the issue when it comes to this kind of stuff. To find more information about how to behave and stuff, you can go to the Child Development Institute, which we will have a link to in the description.
It's a really good guideline. It has like best practices, and then it also gives examples, for instance, of encouraging words or phrases. If you're really like you really don't know what to say when to encourage someone, then you get the tips here. I mean, it's good. Just don't take anything for granted, I guess. Communication is also a way of not just talking about love, but showing it.
Goodbye, stay safe. See you next time. I can't wait.